In Bohr's model, we have studied energy levels, and for hydrogen and hydrogen like species, it is applicable. So, what are energy levels? Means principal quantum number and their energies in order to have the good understanding about the atom, good understanding about the energies. Let us find energies for hydrogen and hydrogen like species for few principal quantum numbers, means for few orbit numbers as per Bohr's theory. See the calculations and conclusions. One common thing we are finding in Bohr's model and this electron cloud model. In Bohr's model, orbit concept was there, energy level concept was there. Here also, principal quantum number, that's a shell is a concept. Only terminologies have changed. But what was happening in Bohr's model? We were applying it to hydrogen and hydrogen-like species. So let us consider only hydrogen-like species and let us compare their shell numbers and related energies. What was the formula used to find the energy as per Bohr's model? Energy for nth orbit En is equal to minus 1313 z square upon n square, where n was orbit number. Same formula we will use and we will find energies for various shell numbers, various principal quantum numbers, right from 1 to infinity in terms of kilojoule per mole. What I want to do, I want to do calculation up to sixth principal quantum number, sixth shell, and last calculation for n is equal to infinity. Actually, n is equal to infinity means not clearly defined, but where the attraction between electron and nucleus ends, just finishes. That's our n is equal to infinity. So in this formula, minus 1313 z square upon n square, let us substitute the values for n, substitute the values for z and do the calculation. For whom hydrogen atomic number is 1, means value of z is 1. Helium plus, see it is a cation, atomic number is 2. Lithium plus 2, dipositive cation, atomic number is 3. Beryllium plus 3, tripositive cation, atomic number is 4. So from atomic number 1 to 4, we are doing variations. So with the increase in atomic number, what is atomic number after all? Atomic number is a number of protons. Number of protons is a positive power of the nucleus, is attractive power of the nucleus. It is a nuclear charge. With increase in nuclear charge, what do you think? Electron will come closer to the nucleus or will go away? Certainly, it will come closer. As the closer electron to the nucleus, energy will be that much lower, that much negative. Now see the calculations. I want to compare first shell energies. For hydrogen, energy is minus 1313 kilojoule per mole. While for helium plus, it is minus 5252 kilojoule per mole. This energy is 4 times lower, means first shell of helium plus is 4 times more stable than that of hydrogen. Now see lithium plus 2. First shell energy is minus 118 to 17 kilojoule per mole. How many times lower this value is? 9 times lower the value. Considerable decrease is in the energy compared to first shell of the hydrogen. So hydrogen as a basic atom we considered, accordingly variations in energy you have to visualize. So in future, whenever we will study the elements and their properties, we will discuss the atomic radii, ionic radii, ionization energy, electronegativity, atomic size, ionic size. There, this concept will help you. Now come to the last ion, that's a beryllium plus 3. Its first shell energy. How much time lower this value is? 16 times lower the value is. What is the value? Minus 21008 kilojoule per mole. So first shell of beryllium plus 3, how much deeply buried that you can imagine. How much strong attraction experiences from the nucleus that you will understand. How much more amount of energy you need to provide to remove the electron from beryllium plus 3 rather than from hydrogen, that you will understand. So for comparison purpose, first shell energy levels I discussed here. Similarly, you will understand the comparison between other shells. Now, other way of interaction, other way of correlation for comparison purpose, I inform here. Let us consider minus 1313 is a reference energy, is one of the energy level. This energy level is achieved by which shell? What is the shell number which achieves that energy? Which has that energy? Minus 1313 kilojoule per mole. That we will find out. In case of hydrogen, first shell has that energy. In case of helium plus, second shell has the energy. In case of lithium plus 2, third shell has that energy. In case of beryllium plus 3, fourth shell has that much energy. So as atomic number increases, as value of Z increases, the shell number also increases, which has the value minus 1313 kilojoule per mole. What does it mean in other way? Fourth shell of beryllium plus 3 is equivalent in energy to first shell of hydrogen, or third shell of lithium plus 2 is equivalent to first shell of hydrogen. And one more statement, second shell of helium plus is equivalent to first shell of the hydrogen. Are you understanding the comparison? With increase in atomic number, we are finding more attraction exhibited by nucleus, more attraction experienced by electron, more deep electron remains, radius decreases, energy decreases, means it becomes more negative. Energy of that shell will be more negative. But to remove that electron, since it is tightly, rigidly bounded, more amount of energy you need to provide. Whatever negative sign is there, that much positive energy you need to provide to remove the electron from respective shells. Till now, we were comparing the energies with respect to the inner shells. Now let us compare with the extreme outermost shell. Say n is equal to infinity. N is equal to infinity means energy level is zero, where nucleus could not reach to the electron. Electron at that level will not fetch any kind of attraction from the nucleus. It is free, just become free. So that zero level energy. With reference to that, see, sixth shell of hydrogen. It is just 36 kilojoule per mole lower in energy. For helium plus, it is minus 146 kilojoule per mole. For lithium plus 2, minus 328 kilojoule per mole. And for beryllium plus 3, minus 584 kilojoule per mole. Here also you are finding, as atomic number increases, lowerness of respective energy levels increases. Means barium plus 3 sixth shell is more lower compared to highest n is equal to infinity level. In other words, hydrogen's sixth shell energy is somewhat near to the extreme highest energy level, that's n is equal to infinity within the atom. So looseness of holding electron you will understand. As atomic number increases, nuclear charge increases. See, nuclear charge is a tendency of nucleus to attract the electron. Those electrons will be strongly hold. So hold increases, energy levels changes. So deepness, whatever I was saying for the first shell, will be more clear by keeping reference as a highest energy level. With respect to highest energy level, with increase in atomic number, more decrease in the energies will be there. Now only up to barium plus 3 calculations are shown. We can extend the calculation to boron plus 4, carbon plus 5, nitrogen plus 6 likewise. Purpose here to make you aware about energy levels arrangement. Make you aware about how electrons experiences the forces of attraction from the nucleus. Make you aware about nuclear power or nuclear charge, so that in future the structure of the atom, size of the atom or ion, electronegativity, ionization energy concepts will be more clear. I hope you are getting the point. Let us have comparison for one more energy value. I want to consider minus 328 kilojoule per mole as a reference. For hydrogen, second shell has that value. For helium plus, see, atomic number is increasing by number 1. Helium plus, it is fourth shell. Li plus 2, atomic number increased by furthermore 1. And that minus 328 kilojoule per mole value is there for which shell? Sixth shell. Likewise, for beryllium plus 3, it will be for which shell? Eighth shell. In a similar way, can you guess what will be there for boron plus 4? 10th shell. Yes. See, here also you are finding one kind of rhythm, one kind of arrangement, one kind of similarity. For hydrogen, where atomic number is 1, second shell. Helium, atomic number 2, fourth shell. Lithium plus 2, sixth shell. Beryllium plus 3, atomic number 4, eighth shell. Likewise, for boron plus 5, it will be 10th shell. For nitrogen plus 6, atomic number 7, it will be 14th shell. Are you getting the correlation? So as we understand these energetics, more clarity about the structure of the atom we can have. It was the intention behind this point. Now I give the homework. I told you helium plus first shell is 4 times lower in energy than that of the hydrogen's first shell energy. Likewise, carbon plus 5, its first shell energy will be how many times lower than that of hydrogen first shell? You are supposed to write the number in comment box. I am waiting for your answers. It's a simple. Immediately you can answer. Yes, please do. Now, as per quantum theory, we came to know shells do exist, subshells, orbitals. These are external factors to define the electron. And intrinsic quantum number is spin quantum number. So time being, I am focusing on N, L and ML. If I consider ML is equal to 1 for P subshell or first subshell, subshell number 1, then what is signifies px orbital. So px orbital is dumbbell in shape. So three-dimensional arrangement will be there. If I consider x-axis towards our left, right, y-axis towards you and away from you, z-axis up, down. then px orbital will be along x-axis. These lobes will be there along x-axis. How exactly that p orbitals are distributed, p orbitals are oriented? Now if we have to orient, then we need to consider polar coordinates r, theta and phi. Out of that, r, that's a radial distribution. R, that's a radial function. R, that's a radial coordinate. So as I move from the nucleus, where I will get 2p orbitals, electron cloud, what about the 3p, what about the 4p, how will I realize them, how will I understand them? So while moving from center to the end, to the orbital, in between what we feel, as like we dig a well, and while digging a well we get a one layer of the soil, other layer of the soil, sometimes stone layer we find, again the other kind of the stone layer, different layers we have come across. Likewise, while digging the well of the p orbitals, we will get such kinds of arrangement. Same thing for s orbital, same thing for d orbital. Exactly how the radial shapes we can understand, that we will see in next part.